Alright, so welcome to another video of the Target Angel Program, Target Angel Experience. Just got off the bus, waiting for the other bus to come. So as I was talking about, so they always play this game where, again, I talk about this all the time, right? Where when I say I'm leaving, they'll start using the police sirens to try to intimidate me to stay. Or if I say, okay, I'm gonna stay, then they'll do the same thing too. It depends, right? And how they operate in doing those things. And so, this has been going on for years, okay? And, there's the reason why I studied this program in order to not be manipulated in such a way that it gives them whatever narrative they want to set forth. Now, I don't know whether, even when I think I'm making my own decision, am I giving them the narrative or not. But I know for the most part, I tend to recognize a lot more of the psychological manipulation. And so when I make a decision to say, okay, I'm going home, I'll go home regardless of whether they're doing the sirens or what have you, unless I'm really, really tired, or my targeting is so bad to where if I take my amitriptyline, I'm not going to go in because, that it knocks me out, puts me to sleep. So I can't even, I wouldn't even take the bus, to go home. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to navigate and make decisions that's better for me, right, in this program, and try not to let what they're doing manipulate me into certain actions or certain behaviors, okay? And it's very hard because when you're constantly attacked with the psyops, and then on top of that, you have the directed energy weapons, the silent sound, them putting thoughts in your head and stuff like that, and, being able to recognize when they do those things. As I said, nowadays, they tend to get away with the little stuff that they'll do in terms of putting the thoughts in my head. Like today when I went to the store, I usually go to the bodega around the corner from me, but for whatever reason, I just walked past it and went to the store by the bus stop. This is when that lady was in there. And as I was walking out, she was like, no, what is it? No EBT, that's what she said, right? Really out loud, as she was walking behind me. So situations like that, yeah. Sometimes when they'll try to send people to target me and try to make me angry and stuff like that, and, I just kind of like, I understand what they're doing. Like, I'll give you an example. Last week I was on the bus, and I forgot to even mention this. I have to tell you how, you're targeted, you kind of forget a lot of stuff. So I was on the bus, right, going over by Pam. This guy, I'm standing up, this guy standing up. As he gets off the bus, he takes his elbow and shoved it into my arm as he's leaving the bus, you know what I'm saying? But he did it so quickly that he exited off, right? So it didn't give me a chance to react, you know what I'm saying, to like really like dig my elbow back at him, because he was already off the bus. So this is what they'll do. They'll do these little scenarios, stuff like that, to try to get these cheap shots of trying to assault me in such a way. And it is assault, because the way he did it, he literally digged his elbow into my arm, And look at her. She was standing over there waiting for the bus. Look, the bus stop is right over there. That's where the bus stop is. Look. Look, he comes out too. Look. Okay. See the bus stop right there? She was standing there all the time. And watch it. Like I say, when they start moving, you'll see them start moving. Start doing hand signals, like they're talking to each other. For the longest while, they wasn't saying anything until she comes over here and stand up over there. All right. So That's just to let you know again how they operate. So anyway, so yeah, so they do cheap shots like that. They might like kick my feet if I'm on the bus and they're getting off. That way I can, say anything or what have you. When I tell you that they're very crafty with their tactics and their manipulation, so just had to mention that as things are coming back to me. So anyway, as for the reason of camp, sometimes I'll stay, sometimes I don't stay, like I said. And a lot of times, again, because they use her to target me a lot, and then, they'll do things very subtle. See NYPD pass by? Yeah, NYPD, yeah. No wonder why they start doing all of that stuff. Another one. So, another NYPD call. New York Predators Department, I should say. So, when they start using her to target me, it does, I get into the defensive notion where I start targeting her back. And then it becomes very uncomfortable for her, not for me, but I know for her it becomes very uncomfortable. Okay? Because then she'll start walking around me, and where normally she would just walk past me, and if she might bump into me or anything like that, just a little bump will have you. But I'll see her deliberately trying to walk around me and all that stuff and such, right? And she constantly come up with like certain colors like black. She go change and we're all black and come out and target me and stuff like that, or we're all blue and come out and target me. So at that point I'm like, okay, I let me go home, because that's the best thing to do, regardless of. Let me tell you something. When people are trying to seek fight with you, particularly she being the mother of my kids, even when we were together and she seek fight, I used to leave because that was the best thing to do and the smartest thing to do, even though they didn't want me to, because they wanted us to have a physical fight. And I know that. Okay, this is how they set us up, particularly us black men.